Good afternoon, everyone. This is my review of the Aqualink S1 controllers, uh, newly released from Fish Street. I have these controlling my RW 15 units, and they allow the RW wave makers to be controlled wirelessly through an app. So overall, I'm very happy with these so far. I want to show you kind of what they look like. This is the size of the box. You can see my my hands. So you can see they're not that large actually. They're probably maybe 5 inches by 5 inches square, and they have the ability to have your your regular connection that you're used to. So it uses the same power cord as your normal twin controller or any of the Jabeo controllers that you're used to. You can see on the box it has an automatic feed button that you could push, and that will turn the pumps into automatic feed mode. But mostly you're probably going to control, the whole reason you're going to get these hopefully is so that you can put in a schedule and that you can control these wirelessly going forward. So I want to show you what the app looks like, and you can see my lights are off, so it's not really, you're not going to be able to really see the tank that great, but these are my RW 15s. So this is what the app looks like. And what you'll notice is you basically connect to Aqualink Wi-Fi that's going to now be available. And this is my little Boston Terrier. She's saying hello. But the Aqualink Wi-Fi will now be available on your network settings. And then once you connect for the first time, you'll be able to assign the pumps A, B. You can actually assign C if you had 3 hooked up to it. I only have A and B hooked up to it right now. And what you'll do is you'll click on whichever pump you want to try to control. So I'm clicking on A, and then you'll see it will go into this mode. Now this is a you have manual at the top, schedule, or settings. So manual would allow me to just put any one of these on. So if I wanted to turn it on normal right now, I could click normal. And this is my A pump, which is this side of the tank. And I could just hit update to the pump. And it does that. And then ultimately what happens is it says successfully updated, and the pump actually changes to that setting right now, which is great. But most importantly, what I find fascinating is the schedule mode. That's what I wanted to get this for, so that I could schedule my Jabeo RW 15s to do different things throughout the day. And you'll notice that I have it going. Now it may seem a little weird here that my night mode is set at 73%, and that's because I actually have these turned down to 16 volts, because reef mode, you'll notice, is still set at like 65 to 95%, which is a little too high for my tank. So if I turn it down to 16 volts instead of 24 volts, it's perfect in my tank, which means I have to turn the other settings a little bit higher. So 73% is sort of an inflated night mode. It's more like a 40% ish thing, but that's a little workaround, because what Fish Street did with the app is they disconnected the ability for you to put reef mode, nature mode, or mix mode too low, because sometimes the pumps were turning off if somebody put them too low. But anyway, that's a little workaround if you're trying to get reef mode a little bit less intense. But anyway, going to my back to my schedule mode, you'll see that I have it doing normal, reef, then pulse, then gyro, then nature, then back to sort of a normal mode, which is nice. Now you can take this button and add more schedules if you'd like to, and then this button here allows you to match it to the other cycle. So you'll see this is my A cycle alone, this is my B cycle alone, this is A and B together, what it's going to look like. So they don't have to be scheduled the same, but I just wanted to schedule mine the same. I may change that up throughout time. I don't know. Okay, this is the settings screen. Basically just talks about factory resetting it. You can actually change the name of the pump here if you wanted to. You can change your feed time. But as long as you have it set in schedule mode, you will run the schedule section. If I put it into manual mode, for example, if I wanted to put it on pulse, I'll just show you kind of what that looks like. So let me put that on. Say I wanted to do, oh, you also can do 120%. So when I hook this up to my skimmer, I seem to get a little bit more skim mate. It wasn't really that important for me, but you know, maybe that is for you. But let's update that to the pump. This is my A pump. Successfully updated. You'll see now it's going right into pulse mode to make waves in the tank. And then if I put that right back to schedule mode, it's going to be night mode for me now pretty much because it's late at night. You'll see it just changed right back to night mode. So overall, if you're looking for a water maker wave pump that can be controlled wirelessly on an app for, I think they're like $100 maybe, I don't know how you can really beat this. Pretty neat, pretty slick. Overall, very happy with it. And again, I got this from Eric at fishstreet.com. Love their products overall. I'm going to show you a little bit my fish room, just so you can see kind of what's doing. Here I have a DCT 15,000 pump that's running my return. It also runs sort of a water change function when I do that. I'm running a DCT 1200 pump, that 12,000 pump, excuse me, that runs my sterilizer, it runs my bio pellets, and it also runs my carbon reactor, which is nice. And then I have the DC 700 skimmer. This thing is awesome. I mean, if you can look at that, I mean, I just cleaned this out like a day ago, and you can see it's just creating foam. And this skimmer is great. I've had this forever. I've had it at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years now. These are all my controllers. So this is my controller for the return pump, the UV carbon bio pellets. This is my return pump controller, and this is my skimmer controller. And you know, I've heard a lot of people give Jabeo a bunch of crap for their dosing pump, but as you can see, this is my Jabeo dosing pump that I've had for 2 years now. No issues with it. All of these are fine. Never loses calibration. I've had no problem with it at all. I do 2-part, and then I do my amino acids out of one of them. And I have one open that I've never used yet. But all in all, this is the review for the AquaLink S1 controllers. I think they're pretty neat so far. you know, I couldn't be happier. So I hope you enjoy this review, and if you're definitely looking for a wave maker, I'll tell you that for, you know, whatever it is, $100 or $120 to get an RW 15 with a wireless controller that you can schedule is pretty cool. All right, everybody, have a good night. Thank you for watching.